Hey friends, Leigh Brown here with One Community Real Estate, and welcome back to Cooking with Leigh Brown. And I know y'all are just thrilled and excited to find out what my family is going to have for supper this evening. And frankly, it's been a really busy day. There's been a lot of things going on. So I'm doing my favorite kind of supper, which is a one sheet pan supper. Now, for full disclosure, my sheet pan is not like a cookie sheet. See, it's a roasting pan with a lip. I got mine from my mother, who's not really much of a cook. So I just went through and picked her kitchen clean. Now what you see on top of my sheet pan is parchment paper. If you've ever wondered what it's for, because it's in your kitchen and you don't know why, I understand, friends. You bring a lot of stuff home that you mean to cook with, and forget parchment paper makes your life easy because it makes cleanup easy. So I'm covering my pan with parchment paper, and what's in the middle is a piece of tin foil. Now the tin foil is there so that my meat won't touch my vegetables, because in your household you might be like mine. Some people don't like other things to touch things, or maybe you're just weird about your meats. So what I have here is a pork loin, and this was pre-marinated at the grocery store. Now some people like to marinate their own stuff, but when I'm doing a one sheet pan dinner, it's frankly because I need to not have to spend a lot of time on things. So I buy the pre-marinated one, and this one came from Lowe's Foods. So hey, thank you friends at Lowe's Foods for your good food. That's a North Carolina based grocery store, so if y'all don't have them, well then I feel for you. So I'm gonna put this on my plate. Now as you like to calculate the cost of supper with Leigh Brown, this was $7.43, and we can feed 6 people easy. 8 if you have small eaters, but frankly it's gonna be 6 in my house. So I put the pork loin on the tin foil. Oops, my salt is blocking my video, and so is my pepper. There we go. And I'm gonna give it like a nice little cocoon here. And then what's gonna happen, my vegetables are gonna go around it. So if you want to have vegetables with your supper, you need to buy raw vegetables at the grocery store. Don't be doing the canned things unless you're, you know, a prepper, which I am, but I'm saving those for the actual apocalypse. I'm doing Brussels sprouts this evening, which is my second favorite vegetable. My first favorite, of course, being collard greens, but I am not in the mood to do a lot of collard greens tonight. So we are going to cut our Brussels sprouts up. Now I cut mine into quarters, frankly, so they will cook faster and so they will crisp up better. But what I'm cutting off are these little ends. Y'all, if you aren't used to fixing Brussels sprouts, you don't eat the ends. Now some of y'all might want to take off the outer layer of leaves, but I washed these before I started my video camera, and I cooked the leaves frankly because in the oven they are going to blacken up and it will be crisp and delicious and amazing. Now if you're somebody who grew up and doesn't like Brussels sprouts because your mother or grandmother boiled them, we are not boiling these vegetables, so these will be amazing, and they're easy and they're nutritious. And the other item that's on my cutting board here, because frankly I cut it before y'all got on the screen because I just feel weird cutting and doing all the work. I don't have that much to say. Haha, I got lots of things to say, but I don't really know what commentary y'all need right now. They need to let me make video of cooking live so I can give live commentary as I go, but I have not figured that out quite yet. And frankly, I don't know when some of y'all eat supper. So anyway, that's sweet potatoes. Now I've cut them up into small bits too, and sweet potatoes are full of, I don't know, vitamin A, antioxidants, I don't know, they're healthy. Pretty much every vegetable's healthy as long as you don't destroy it with the wrong things, which is why I love fried food, y'all, but I'm trying to be easy on the fried food because frankly I run so I can eat, and I can't be running a marathon every day. That's just too much. So now that we have gotten everything chopped up, this is the best tool in my kitchen, a gallon-sized Ziploc bag. So we are going to toss everything into this bag. Now, I washed my hands about 3 times before I came on the camera, so don't judge me for being in my own home kitchen and not washing in between things, because this is my house, and frankly, if you're going to be that ugly and hateful, please don't be on my videos. You can just go troll somebody else. Now, we are just indiscriminately tossing sweet potatoes and Brussels sprouts in together, because while people don't like the meat to touch the vegetables, apparently vegetables can touch vegetables. Now, I've got some olive oil here. This one is the 𝙑𝙀𝘼𝙏𝘼 brand. That's my local store. I don't do the fancy stuff. Maybe y'all do, so more power to you. A little dab of that, and then we're going to put in some pepper. And the amount that you put in depends on you. So, you know, just measure in the amount that you want. See, that's a technical term, put in what you want. And then for salt, I always use kosher salt when I am seasoning my vegetables because I like the big chunky chunks. And I think that's a gracious plenty of that. Now we're gonna zip it tight, and this is how you mix your vegetables. I don't know what the technical term is for shaking your vegetables up in a gallon-sized Ziploc bag, but that's what we just did. And now we'll pour them around the tin foil where my pork loin is sitting and waiting its turn. And then we'll just mix up the second batch. So I don't know what y'all did today, but today was a pretty good day around my house. My son and I went out in the river at the back of the property and walked around looking for fun rocks, trying to skip them. He skipped a pretty good one, but I did not catch the video correctly because I was looking in the other direction. Sometimes that happens. And my daughter was working on some things around the house. She ran the vacuum for us because my children are good at doing chores after I appropriately fuss at them to get it done. And then my boy scrubbed the toilets. I mopped, cooking. You know, we kind of old school around here, but it works. And then got a little bit of oil. I think I need a little bit more oil. Salt and pepper. I mean, that's all, y'all. You don't need a whole bunch of herbs and spices to make it good. Shake it good. Shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it. And that's got all the shaking I'm going to do as a middle-aged woman. Y'all don't need to see anything else shaking. All the things are starting to shake on their own nowadays. So we're going to spread that out to a nice thin layer so they will all cook evenly. If you have a giant pile of things, y'all, they won't cook evenly. So that's the secret to good cooking. So now this is what it's going to look like before it goes in the oven. Look, see, a one-sheet pan dinner, pork loin and veggies on the side. I'm going to put it in my oven at 350 degrees. The trick with pork is you want to check the internal temperature. So I will keep testing it until it's at 165 degrees. Then my pork is done, and that'll probably take, I don't know, 30 minutes, could be 40, could be 25, just kind of depends. So I'm gonna watch the pork. When it's done, I'll pull it out and I'm gonna let it rest before I cut it. If you cut it right away, it'll dry out. So let it sit for a few minutes and rest. And then I'm gonna jack the temperature to 425 for about another 15 to 20 more minutes to finish my vegetables. And that's it, y'all. Oh, actually, it's not it. I think I need to spice it up with one more thing. I bought some of these heirloom cherry tomatoes. They look like Cherokee purples, but they're small. And of course, now my hands have touched olive oil. I can't get the container open. So I'm just gonna throw a couple of these in amongst the Brussels sprouts and the sweet potatoes, because they ain't nothing as good as a blistered tomato, y'all. I mean, that is some good stuff. So we'll put them around here. Look at all that nice color. Frankly, your body is healthier and happier when it's got a little bit of color to it. So let's just be people of color tonight. Get our vegetables in there. And again, just go until the sweet potato, you'll know it's done when you can poke a fork through it. The Brussels sprouts need to be nice and dark brown or black. And the tomatoes are done when they're blistering. And so actually, look, I keep thinking of things as I go because that's frankly how I cook. And I'm gonna sprinkle a little bit of kosher salt on my tomatoes so they'll be extra tasty when they blister. And that's it for Cooking with Leigh Brown tonight. That's your one pan dinner. And the vegetables, let's see, what did we spend? Tomatoes was $2.99 for that container. And the sweet potatoes were $3.99. So 3 and 4 is 7. And the Brussels sprouts were 3, that's 10. And 7 for the pork loin. So you're at $17 to feed 6 people. Just be smart with your dollars. We don't know how long the coronavirus stay-at-home orders will last, but this tastes good, it's healthy, it's fun. And if you're enjoying this, click subscribe, come back and visit, and ask me something to talk about so I can fill the time better. And I'll see y'all next time.